Have you ever experienced a moment that felt impossible? A sudden flicker in reality. You walk into a room for the very first time, yet every detail feels disturbingly familiar. A conversation unfolds and you know the words before they're spoken. Is it a memory, a prediction, or something breaking inside your perception of time? This isn't déjà vu as you know it. It's a glitch in the brain. And once you understand it, reality won't feel the same again. Déjà vu doesn't feel like a thought. It feels like a fact. It arrives without warning, a tidal wave of certainty crashing over your consciousness. You aren't just thinking you've been here before, you know it with every fiber of your being. This profound sense of recognition is not a simple memory recall. It's a deeply felt, unshakable conviction. The feeling is so powerful, so authentic, that it can make you question the very fabric of your reality. It's your own mind presenting a paradox, a present moment that feels impossibly like the past. For a fleeting second, the linear progression of time seems to shatter, and you are left grappling with a feeling that is as real as it is illogical. Your brain isn't suggesting a possibility, it's screaming a truth that cannot be. Scientists believe déjà vu is caused by a tiny timing error inside the brain's memory system. It's a neurological hiccup, a split-second desynchronization in the intricate machinery of your mind. Think of your brain as a complex recording device, constantly capturing sensory information, sights, sounds, smells, and simultaneously labeling it as the present. This information is then sent along a pathway to be processed and stored as a memory. But what if there was a delay? What if the present moment signal took a slightly longer route, while the memory formation signal arrived instantly? In that infinitesimal gap, a critical error occurs. The experience you are having right now gets processed fractions of a second before it is consciously perceived. When this happens, your brain is not recalling a memory. It's mislabeling the present as the past. That new experience, which should feel fresh and immediate, arrives in your consciousness with a false timestamp. It is as if a file just created on your computer was instantly saved with yesterday's date. Your conscious mind receives the sensory data and simultaneously gets a notification from the memory centers saying, "We already have this." The result is a bizarre conflict. The logical part of your brain knows this is new, but the emotional, intuitive part is utterly convinced it's an old memory. You are caught in the crossfire of your own perception, experiencing a new moment as if it were a long-forgotten echo. It's not a memory of the past, but the present arriving in the wrong mental inbox. The temporal lobe connection is something nobody talks about, but it offers a chilling insight. This region, tucked behind your temples, is the brain's memory center, the nexus of recall and recognition. Intriguingly, déjà vu appears with startling frequency and intensity in people with temporal lobe epilepsy. For them, it's not just a fleeting sensation. It can be a prolonged, distressing event, often acting as a prelude to a seizure. Neuroscientists studying these patients have been able to trigger the sensation of déjà vu by directly stimulating the temporal lobe with electrodes. A tiny jolt of electricity to a precise cluster of neurons, and suddenly the patient is cast into a moment that feels both new and ancient. This reveals that déjà vu is not a mystical premonition, but a tangible neurological event, a ghost created by the mechanics of our own brain. This brings us to the most unsettling part of the experience: why déjà vu feels like you can predict the future. During that moment of confusion, you might feel an overwhelming sense of knowing what's about to happen next, what someone will say, or who will walk through the door. This isn't precognition, it's a side effect of the brain's error. When the temporal lobe glitches, it doesn't just misfire the memory system, it also triggers adjacent brain areas responsible for emotion and certainty. The feeling of familiarity becomes so intense that it creates a false sense of prescience. Your brain, desperate to resolve the paradox, fills in the blanks, creating an illusion of foresight. You don't actually know the future. Your brain is just so convinced of the past that it projects a pattern forward. For most people, déjà vu is harmless. It's a brief, curious flicker in an otherwise stable perception of time. A fascinating glimpse into the complex, and sometimes flawed workings of the human mind. But it reveals how fragile our perception of reality is. It shows that our sense of now, our feeling of the past, and our anticipation of the future are all delicate constructs, easily disrupted by a momentary misfire in our neural circuitry. Our entire experience of linear time is a story the brain tells itself, and sometimes it tells the story out of order. So here's the unsettling truth. If your brain can convince you that the present is the past, how certain are you that what you are experiencing right now is reality, and not just another perfectly timed illusion?